3, 2, 1.
The link down below has been replaced, but I still urge you to head to the link below, educate yourself, and consider supporting Ukraine financially. All the sources down there have been vetted. Your money will go to the right place. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? We're here today with more Kerbal Space Program. Let's go to Ike. Let's go to Ike. I've already fueled the ship. I've already swapped the crew out. I've already got us a lander. Let's go to Ike. Yeah, I know. You were sitting there thinking, wait, seriously? Right now? Yeah, right now. Let's go. This is a set of missions that I've dubbed the Stride missions. It's a bunch of missions that we're going to undertake that I know Pegasus is capable of, and I know that our landers are capable of it. So we're just going to go. It's going to be fun. Is that? No, she's fine. She's just fine. At least I think she is. I think last time we had Spider on board, it led to problems. Or that might have been some other lander. I know that we ran into problems coming back from the moon. Yeah, she's wobbling a little bit. Yeah. I can't stand her when she gets like this. Alright, easy. Level her out. This burn doesn't need to be super precise. None of these burns do, really. I can pretty much blind shot Duna, no problem. And then getting to Ike is just a matter of, not slowing down enough to pass it, and then you'll get grabbed by it. Watch, this will be the one time that doesn't happen. It's not like it matters, though. We have more than enough fuel for this. Pegasus is the most unstoppable ship we have. 3, 2, 1 minute and counting. I'm thinking we'll pull the trigger at 40 seconds. I want to do that times 5. There we go. Okay, so 40 seconds. Yeah. We'll take it up to 2/3 and see how she does with this particular lander. The landers are just always gonna be a big nightmare. That's the policy of the landers, even if I do tie them down. Which I did really, really good with this one. I just don't trust her at full throttle when we're carrying a lander. Coming back, she's stable as could be. We've really gone above and beyond with the engineering of this ship. Quick word about future missions. I am looking at Val after this one, because, well, we're going after every single planet and moon, so at some point we're going to have to hit Val. Val is interesting. It's one of the closest moons of Jewel. Well, it's one of the inner moons, at least. Actually, I think it's like right in the middle. You know, this is worth looking up. second of the 5 natural satellites of Jool. Okay, so it's not the one in the middle. Like the other large Julian moons, Lathe and Tylo, of which Val is the smallest, it is tidally locked. Synchronous orbits around Val are not possible, as they would lie outside its sphere of influence. It holds a comparable orbit to Jupiter's moon Europa. All right. Now let's figure out our current destination, Ike. It's the only natural satellite of Duna. Steep rocky slopes, no atmosphere. They are tidally locked due to their proximity and Ike's size. Means that Ike is in synchronous orbit around its parent body, and that each body is only visible from approximately half of its partner's surface. An encounter with Ike is quite likely when approaching Duna, provided the player's trajectory is near the plane of Ike's orbit. This is because Ike's sphere of influence is very high relative to the semi-major axis of the orbit. In fact, no other moon in the game has a larger sphere of influence to semi-major axis ratio, and no other moon is as close in mass to its parent, of which Ike has about 6% of the mass of Duna. Stationary orbit is not possible, and Ike does not seem to represent Phobos or Deimos. The Duna-Ike system could be interpreted as an analog of Pluto-Charon in the real solar system. There really is no analog for Ike. Like, we went to a Pluto analog, the moon analog, and we just got back from Mercury analog. How we looking? Gas is okay. Power is okay. Everything's fine. Where'd that oxidizer come from? Wait. What oxidizer? Where is that? I'm gonna have to look into that. If I can find it, we could dump it and we can lose a little weight. Oh. Never mind. We need that. That's important. We do need that. Okay. That one gets a pass. It's trying to get us to go to the Mun, actually. Why were we getting Mun intercepts? We've been to the Mun. There it is again. Couple of them. We didn't even need that Mun gravity assist when we went to Moho. Pegasus is a very scary ship. I cannot emphasize how terrifyingly powerful this ship is. And off we go. I'm wondering if we can do a magnetometer scan while we're up above Moho. Actually, yeah. This gives us the opportunity to do a bunch of science that we didn't have before. I don't think we had the telescope. We definitely didn't have the magnetometer. That is a brand new... That is a brand new device. Brand new toy that we have. I don't think we did an orbital survey either. There's the sun. Waiting on you. Alright. Let's get away from Kerbin. What? Okay, that's interesting. We still have an orbit, right? No, that's a collision course. How'd this happen? Interesting. Amos prograde. We're gonna do another minor burn to get us out of the Kerbin system. I have no idea what's going on here. Ike's orbit keeps it directly above a short range of Duna longitudes. The average Duna longitude, where Ike tends to stay directly above the sky, is 3 degrees east. Ike is extremely rocky. Its tallest points are 12.75 kilometers above the lowest, giving it an elevation range over 3 times that of the Mun, despite the fact that the Mun has a 54% wider radius and 137% more surface area. The increased elevation and smaller size results in many steep slopes and making landing quite difficult. The bottom of valleys are among the flatter, safer landing locations. Ike lacked any visible impact craters. This is strange considering there is no atmosphere and isn't much smaller than the Mun, which has plenty of craters. I believe the Mun is on the other... No, Mun's right there. Notably darker than that of any other rock like the rock moons like the Mun, and sprinkled with large rocks with terrain scatters are on. Sometimes the ground doesn't reflect sunlight, which generates an effect where if someone is looking at the ground, it seems to be nighttime. Okay. Alright, even her out. Just gonna ease up on the throttle a little bit. There we go. Why are you wobbling today? You weren't doing this before. See, look at that. There's a jump. Is that loose? No, those are tied down pretty good. Alright, let's get out of the system here. I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait until we could get a Duna burn. But let's find out. Okay. Pull this out. Maneuver planner. Where is... Oh. Alright. Yeah, we might actually have an okay transfer window here. Home and transfer to target. Wait. Where am I? Node is in 2 years. Almost 3. Are you fucking kidding? It's right there. Alright, I'll see you guys in 2 years. Okay, here we are, about to pass within the 50-day mark here. This one took forever. Okay, this one actually took a really, really long time. Honestly, I should have just done a manual burn and just burned more fuel than usual. Pegasus can do it, okay? She's not... She is not... something to scoff at, okay? She has more than enough fuel to get this done. Like, she could go to Duna twice, 3, 4, 5 times and back, probably. If she really wanted to. Which, well, really don't want to, but... I'm just glad we're finally approaching our, burn vector, finally. We can finally get this damn mission underway. Alright, let's see here. Set it to, it's a minute and 36 if we want to be totally accurate with this burn. If we want to be overly accurate with this burn at 30... Wait, did I have that right? No, I did. 36 seconds. 36 seconds. It's been 3 years, okay? I've been flying in a circle for 3 years. Added even more age onto the ship. Lots of zero-G D&D. Lots and lots of zero-G D&D. They're picking up where they started with the Moho mission, with Jeb's grand campaign. He has to keep making shit up. It's getting harder and harder each time they play this game, every time they go out. 5 hours. Alright. Let's bring it down. 2 hours, 50 some odd minutes. Easy now. This doesn't have to be totally accurate. We're going to do another burn to bring us within, I think it's 20 million meters. Yeah, I think I aimed for something like 20 million kilometers. What's the sphere of influence on this planet we're going to? 47... Might as well make it an even 48 at that point. 48 mil for the sphere of influence. It's, I want to say that's big, but it probably isn't. It's definitely smaller than Kerbin. Definitely smaller than Joule. Joule probably has the largest sphere of influence. No, it definitely does. Joule definitely has the largest sphere of influence out of every planet in this solar system. That's why it's so easy to grab that planet. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay, royally fucked up the 36, so let's just go at 30. I really should just hit the create and execute button. I mean, I'm trying to gauge this particular series, like, it's like, okay, you've seen me launch the shuttle a number of times, so you don't need to see me do that again. You've seen me do the tanker, so you know that we're capable of doing the tanker. You obviously don't need to watch me refuel the ship. And at this point, I was keeping the landers because that's like the inaugural thing. It's like, okay, new mission. But for this one, like, you've already seen the Trailblazer class star shot. The Trailblazer is nothing new. We used this to land on 2 different moons. It is no big deal. And I'm pulling up my Delta V map. Here we go. I know that this ship is capable of landing on Ike. Twice. It's capable of doing it twice. Actually, this thing could probably do the Mun if I really wanted it. Yeah, no, the Mun is just a little bit harder. A very, very small amount harder. Like, the Mun is like, that's... I knocked that out over an afternoon. Maybe even less, actually. Like the Mun to me at this point is like, let's go. Do it inside of an hour. I actually do. I do that. I do that inside of an hour. It's like, okay, there inside of an hour. Maybe a little bit longer to get back. Depends on where I'm going. Depends on what I want to do. Min-miss is like, it's min-miss. It's whatever. It's actually easier for me. Low orbit, Kerbin to low orbit, min-miss is only 1200. The Mun's actually a little higher if you're going from low orbit to low orbit. Low orbit to surface is, yeah, you might not believe this, but min-miss is actually easier to get to. The only difference being its inclined orbit. That's what makes it a little bit harder. But no, it's actually quite easy. Low orbit to the surface of Bop is only 250, and low orbit to the surface of Pol is 140. Those are 2 of the easiest moons in the game. They're actually easier than... Bop is a little bit higher than min-miss. Pol is... It's 140 compared to 200 on min-miss. What was I doing? I just got completely distracted for no reason. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Where else did we go? Dres. We went to Dres, which was 470. Dres was no big deal. Dres is an easy planet. Elu is 680. That's no big deal for most of our landers. Spider could probably do it. Oh, no, sorry, it's Trailblazer. Trailblazer could probably do it. Moho was honestly the hardest thing we've ever done. 960. After this, we're doing the Val mission, which is, that's 950, so just a little bit easier on that one. Ease off the throttle a little bit. After that, we get into the big 3, which is the last 3 planets and moons. Tylo is the only one of those 3 without an atmosphere. Sorry, just keeping an eye on the number. I should probably just focus on that, actually. Tylo is the only one of the big 3 without an atmosphere, and it's big because I need 2,500 meters per second in order to land on that. It ain't fun. The particular planet is not gonna be easy. I might try it with vector engines. During my test landings, the atomic rocket motor, it was making a decent dent until I dropped the first stage. Then it didn't have the power to slow down. Rammed right into the planet. Arrow spikes weren't much better. Done. All right. That's that maneuver taken care of. Let me go ahead and fine-tune. So, sphere of influence. All right, round that down to 1,000. And we get about 20,000 kilometers. And that's going to be in 130 days. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Tylo is a tough nut to crack. I don't know how we're going to pull it off. I honestly don't, like, these big three, I don't know how we're going to do any of them. Lathe, I have the vaguest idea as to how we're going to pull that off. Lathe has an atmosphere, an oxygen-rich atmosphere, one that we might be able to take advantage of with jets. It needs 3,400 meters per second in order to reach low orbit, but we could use parachutes to reach the surface. So that's good. It is, however, mostly water. So, we'll have to aim carefully with those parachutes. I do have a rover on Lathe. I always liked Lathe. It's a fun little moon. We might use a space plane for that one, in all honesty. It's gonna be fun trying to figure that one out. Just something new and completely different, something I've never done before. It's gonna be interesting. And then, of course, we have the biggest of the big three, Eve. Has an atmosphere, so we can use parachutes, but reaching low orbit requires basically 10,000 meters per second of fuel. We're going to need vector engines for that one. Vector engines, heat shields, separators to drop the landing legs, because every single smidgen of weight is going to count. That's going to have to go up on a God rocket. Pegasus isn't going to be able to carry it. Pegasus will actually have a side mission to Gilly, which will be the last thing we land on. So I got this all figured out pretty good. Looks like we have an Ike intercept in about 292 days. So, like, Ike is already being like, hey, you want to hang out? What is our Duna periaps at this range? Doesn't say. I can't narrow it down. Oh, well. We'll burn anyway. Gilly is going to be the easiest thing to land on in the game. It's 30 meters per second delta V. I'm honestly afraid that the lander is going to be too powerful. because we're going to be using, well, we're going to be using the nuclear engines for that one. Though, honestly, it would probably be easier to use a Kerbal jetpack for that. In fact, we might just do that first. Send one person down in a Kerbal jetpack. Pick out a landing site, and then we'll go. I don't know how the heck we're gonna get the rover to work. Probably have to weigh it down with rock. Hey, that's an idea, actually. I'll work on that. That's a good idea. It'll look weird. No denying that. Anyway. Let's get this maneuver out of the way and get us in orbit around our destination. I'll skip that particular leg of the trip for you guys, even though it's like... Yeah, it's actually hard to figure it out. It's actually hard to figure out where that resides. Leave me alone, alright? We've been flying in space for 3 years now. Technically longer, because this ship doesn't land. Technically, it's been 36 years. Oh, boy. Crazy stuff. Can't wait for Val, though. We're going to get a Starshot Heavy for that one. That'll be the second flight of the Heavy. After that, we're going to need some significant upgrades to our Starshot lander in order to figure out Tylo. That'll be the last planet with an atmosphere. Well, technically not, but you get the idea. Gilly is going to be the easiest thing in the world. It's going to be a cakewalk. It's honestly going to be harder to get to it. Easy now. Okay, easy there. Bring us down to ×5. Because I hate waiting. I'm the most impatient person in the world, and I play Kerbal Space Program. Makes absolutely no sense. Okay, 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. Here we go. Nice and simple burn. See, this is how you're supposed to slingshot. Easy now. He's up. There we go. I don't know how precise that was, but it'll have to do. See, look at our, I think that shoots up our projected orbit. Like, after escape. Anyway, I'll see you guys in, I don't know, however long this takes. Okay, we're coming in now. We have, what is this? Let's see here. This is our sun apogee right here. Coming in close here. We might actually be able to see it by now. We usually can't, but we can hope. Alright, let's take a look. It'll be a big red dot with a gray dot circling around it. Wait, is that it? Oh my god, I spotted that. Yeah, there it is. It's a red dot with two very small white caps on both sides and a smaller gray dot circling around it. Yeah. My incredible eyes pulled that off. Alright. Let's figure out, encounter. You're probably looking at the playback there, and you're like, wait, what? Is that? No, it's not. Oh, shit. Okay, we do have intercept. Thank God. Alright, at Periaps, we're gonna go ahead and burn down towards the planet. Just under 20 mil. Had some good drift out of that. Okay. To my surprise, we are not bouncing off of the Duna mass relay. I still can't believe that hasn't been hit by a rock or something. Okay, so getting to Ike should be fairly easy. We just do business as usual, trying to get to Duna. Though when we encounter Ike, just stop burning. This spin is going to take a little bit, though. Periaps is in 3 minutes. Escape is in 2 days. We got... Like, don't even think about our time limits. We are on an astronomical scale here, all right? We're not exactly going to Moho. Though now that I know we can reach Moho, we absolutely could do that again. It's not a big deal. It also makes me feel a little better about trying to get to Eve with this ship. Because Eve will eventually have to... Pegasus will eventually have to reach Eve. Actually, according to this, it's a little bit easier than Duna. So we got a decent chance here. Are you wobbling again? It's the lander. Easy now. Give it a bit of time acceleration just to even it out. Alright, now burn. Is that spin? Holy shit. Already? I didn't even accelerate that much. I put it down to 1/3. I'm bringing us up to 2/3 now, but still. Why do you hate this lander? Ugh. Alright, it's starting to level out a little bit. No, it is not. No, it is not. It might be getting a little bit better, but not by much. This is my biggest concern now, is the wobbling. Do I even need to film us getting to Val? Or should I just start us in orbit with a heavy? It's like, alright, we're skipping the trip. We're just going straight to the landing. That's the most exciting part. It's gonna be... it's gonna be a little bit harder than this, but like I said, these are the stride missions. It's like Pegasus has hit its stride. it can do absolutely everything that it sets its mind to. At least within the confines of the solar system. Actually, if it wanted to, it could probably leave. It could probably do that. Sphere of influence for the Kerbal system is only 13,600 megameters. That's not bad. That's not bad. It could be a lot worse. Alright, actually the wobbling is getting a little better, so that's good. It's starting to turn a little bit, that's also good. We're at 400 meters per second here, our relative speed to Duna. I don't know why we keep getting that right there. This is how you're supposed to slingshot. And we haven't been slingshotting. Like, not at all. Pegasus is not the slingshot type. It's just like, no, let's go. Just go. I don't need any gravity assists. Just go. Here we go. Starting to get some turn action here. A lot of turn action. Yep, there's another slingshot. Oh boy. See, because what we're doing right now is we're basically matching velocities with the planet, so even if we escape, we're just going to follow this thing. Alright, ease off the throttle a little bit. We need to be a little bit more precise here. The ship and Ike orbit in the same orientation, so we don't have to worry about that. Just be careful. With this particular inclination, an orbit is extremely likely. So we got a good chance here. Yep, there it is. Yep. What do we got? A very interesting periapse at, oh boy. Wow. Okay, that is some spin you got there. Let's bring her in. See what we're dealing with. This might actually ram us into the surface. Hang on. Might want to adjust this. So, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and save. We got a bit of a loop-de-loop orbit here. Let's take us in, see what we're dealing with. Did that just, No. No, we're okay. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, easy now. This thing needs constant. We need to keep an eye on it. Ike is a very unpredictable moon. Very unpredictable. I have no idea where our orbital path is going to end up. Fun little moon, isn't it? I have a landing site picked out. Did I tell you that? Alright, if this works out, we won't ram the surface. Yes! That's so perfect! Perfectly good periaps. Oh, she spins. Look at that. I thought she was tidal locked. Or are we just spinning that fast? What's the orbital period of Ike? Jesus. We may want to burn a little bit early, or at least start our reorientation. We got 3 minutes, 38 seconds here. Where's my landing site? And I need to figure that out while we're coming in here. Where is my landing site? We need to aim for a very specific point. Unfortunately, it might be on the dark side. Oh, wait. Hold on. So from here, it's over 2 very large lips. Good news is our landing site is near the equator. Okay, now might want to reorient us again. So the bad news is our landing site is on the dark side. The good news is once we get into an orbit, we can just wait for that to spin around. And we've already got a pretty good curve going here, so this shouldn't take much. These are in there. Down a little bit. Good, got it. A little bit of time acceleration just to even us out. And hit the throttle. See, like I said, it won't take much. Very nice. Told you it wouldn't take that much. And it did not. Okay, I have a map open of Ike here, and what we're looking for is somewhat on the other side of this big dark patch. Might also want to do some orbital science. I might do that between episodes or something. I don't know. We got a bit of a wait here until the light side spins back around. Thing looked like a dang snowball that rolled over the road a couple dozen times and came out all messed up. $58,700. It's getting down there. We got 11,000 meters per second. We're not even at 1/4 of our tank. Anything we do at this point is just... That's good. All right. We have orbits, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll leave it off there. That'll do it for the Headhunter space program this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button really hard with your head. Why is Traveler labeled as a probe and not a rover? You know, that thing's been there for a really, really, really long time, even by my standards, and I never noticed that.
Come and fly away.